Hi everyone, my name is Aditi Nukala and I have been an admissions consultant for about 2 to 3 years now. Before attending UC Davis for vet school, I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Animal Science, also from UC Davis for undergrad as well. During undergrad, I worked with first generation students to assess factors for retention and major choice. Focus on that was just to see why students chose where they wanted to go and what better ways and resources the school could offer to help students. I was also a mentor for students who were applying for vet school as well. And then during vet school, I served on a panel for underrepresented students applying for vet school. I just gave admissions tips and tricks and just more general advice on the whole process. And I was also the diversity liaison for my school, and I helped promote diversity efforts at UC Davis. As of right now, I don't really see myself with any plans. I really truthfully enjoy mixed animal medicine, so I work with cattle, sheep, goats, horses, as well as the small animals such as cats and dogs and other exotics. So right now, no really plans for specializing in the future. While in undergrad and in high school, I was always in either honor rolls or in an honor society. I received several Dean's List awards while I was in undergrad as well. During undergrad, high school, and even in vet school, I was always involved in access to care clinics, any of the cultural clubs on campus. I was also involved in many leadership roles within those clubs as well. And I was always volunteering on the side, whether it included at an animal shelter, at another access to care clinic, or just somewhere, just volunteering my time, for example, like a soup kitchen. The key to success in vet school is to just stay true to your passion and reminding yourself of the reason that you're doing this. It's so easy in vet school to be overwhelmed by the amount of material, time management, and just the amount of coursework as well. And it's so easy to just be overwhelmed by it. But if you just stay true to the reason you're doing it and just stay focused and committed, I think it'll make the process a lot easier. My true unique approach to consulting is just being personal with the students. I feel like I focus on tailoring my guidance to highlight each student's unique strengths, and I want to make sure that they can present themselves confidently and as completely of who they are. I truly believe every student is an amazing candidate for vet school and has something unique to offer. So I really like to draw from my own experiences in the vet field to offer tips and tricks on ways to present the best application of them forward. I also really like to get to know my students, and I like to think I am very open-minded, and I like to provide a safe space for them so we can really work together to put our best application forward. One of my greatest strengths is just really getting to know my students and just being, like I said, open-minded, empathetic, and just understanding for the students. I really like to reassure them through this entire process and give them whatever the support they need. As I mentioned, vet school itself can be overwhelming, but even applying is as well. So I really want to make sure my students are feeling comfortable and happy throughout this process. I also ensure that every student knows that I will never choose to edit anything. Everything that we work with together is going to be a two-way street. I never say do this and never listen to my students' input. I always make sure to get input from both of us because, like I said, I really want to make sure that the application we put forward is perfect for every single student. I really like to connect with my students, and I tend to really like my students and see them as my friends. So I think that's another strength of mine, is just wanting to learn more about my students. I mean, I also have a passion for this as well, but I just like to approach each case with empathy and attention to detail. And I just want to make sure that every aspect of the application is thoroughly addressed and completely addressed. And I just really focus on the student's true potential. I truthfully believe that veterinary medicine should be more accessible. I believe that every single student is a qualified candidate, and every student has strengths that can be showcased on an application. My excitement and passion for helping vet students stems from my understanding of the unique challenges that every student has faced. I have been on the other side of not having any mentor or guidance when I was applying to vet school, so I had to find all these resources on my own, and I definitely think that helped me understand what a lot of my students are currently going through as well. Just understanding what kind of information they may have, helpful guides and tips, and also just understanding what thoughts that they were having. I was in the exact same position. I'm just very dedicated to providing support and encouragement that will help them get through this process and put their best application forward. Witnessing my students' success is the most rewarding part of my work. I love helping my students submit their application and hearing back their, helping them through interviews and hearing eventually their acceptance. It just is truly rewarding to me.